Hello and welcome everyone to the Prelims PYQ discussion by Neenv. The theme of this discussion is colonization process. Now, colonization is one process that spans across time. We don't have a specific time period for that. Ever since the advent of Europeans to India and since it ends in 1947, we have this process. So these questions are related to the larger process. See the first question. Which one of the following groups of plants was domesticated in the New World and introduced in the Old World? Now, when you look at the options, it looks very similar. So one thing to do here is to look for crops that has been there in India for a long time. Now here you have two keywords in the question itself, New World and Old World. What is meant by the New World? New World means the newly discovered world, like the one found by Christopher Columbus. The Americas, Latin America and North America. That is what they refer to with the New World. And Old World is the Indian subcontinent, the ancient trade route starting from China to India to Europe and Arabia. So what they're asking for is crops that is not there in the Indian subcontinent. And look at the option. You have cotton here. You have cotton here as well. Cotton is something that is there since Indus Valley civilization. So these two crops can be eliminated straight away. Now look at the other options. You have wheat here in this option. Now if wheat was something that came from colonization, what was the staple food of India before that? So logically you can eliminate this option as well. So option A is the right answer. Tobacco, cocoa and rubber. Moving to the next answer. The staple commodities of export by English East India Company from Bengal in the middle of 18th century. So what they exported from Bengal, that's the question. Here again, see this tea and see opium here. If you know the concept of triangular trade, you can easily reach at the answer of this question. Triangular trade is one system where tea is taken from India, it is taken to China. No, opium is taken from India. I'm sorry. Opium is taken from India. It's taken to China. China sells teas and tea is taken back to Europe. This is triangular trade. So India is a supplier of opium and China is a supplier of tea. That's why in the 1813 Charter Act, the monopoly of trade with the East is completely taken away from the company side except for tea, because tea is a major constituent. Alright, so cut tea from here because tea comes from China. You can cut option C and take the options that have opium. So you can eliminate option B. So these are the only two options that remains. Now we look at this raw cotton oil seeds. Oil seed is something that India imports even now from Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, all that region, Indonesia, Malaysia. So this option can also be eliminated with that logic. The right answer is cotton, silk, saltpeter and opium. Saltpeter here refers to potassium nitrate, something related to salt itself. It is used for gunpowder, for guns in general. So that's the answer, option D. Moving to the next question. Economically, one of the results of the British rule in India in 19th century. I'll say this is comparatively a very easy question. Read the options. Increase in the export of Indian handicrafts. Never ever, because Indian industries got ruined. Second, growth in the number of Indian owned factories. Again, never ever, because deindustrialization happened. Third, commercialization of Indian agriculture. Very possible, because we started cultivating commercial crops like indigo. Next up, a rapid increase in urban population. Now, did this happen during the British time? No, it didn't, because it happened after that. In the 20th century, we can say, not 19th century, when cities like Delhi, Calcutta, everything is developing in the modern sense. So at that time period, it is wrong. The right answer here is option C. So that's it. That's a discussion. So as I said in the beginning, it's more about the process of colonization over a period of time rather than any particular time period. Thank you for listening.